How to send one-off emails inside TekMatix. Now, the first step is actually editing your master template so that you have a set template to use from day one onwards. This is going to make sure you've got the right branding on your emails that go out from here on in, and that you've got the right social media links in the footer and the unsubscribe option in the footer as well. This is very important to make sure you stay compliant with people being able to opt out. So the first thing you're going to do is find your email section. To do that, you scroll to the left-hand menu, click on Marketing and Emails, and then click on Email Templates. Now, the difference between campaigns and templates are that templates are basic design layouts that you create that you can then use as design layouts in the future for all future emails. Campaigns is when you're actually going to send a one-off email. So we're going to focus on templates for now. If you click on templates, we actually have some templates in here for you to use. And I want you to first of all edit your master template, because this will then be the master template that you use for your emails every single time you create templated emails or one-off campaigns. So click on the master template. This is the first time you'll do this. And you're going to need to, first of all, put in your own branding and your own social media contacts. So go to this master email template, your standard emails, and edit this as to how you want it to show in your system. So I've created a bit of a draft template for you here. In this image section, you may like to just each time you send an email, upload an image there. You may not. Now, just as a piece of advice, the less bits and pieces are in your email, the better your deliverability rate will be. So some email service providers will block emails that have images and videos and all sorts embedded in them. I'm not saying don't add them. I'm just giving you a little heads up for you to decide whether you're going to include images or not. However, I've popped a template space holder in there so that each time you create and use this template, you can have a image holder to pop an image in there. And if you did want to change your image, you click on that section and you go to image URL, and you can drag or drop your image that you want to put in just here. Now, you don't necessarily need a heading, so you can just remove that if you want to. You may like to just have the high contact first name field there. Now, that is a dynamic field. You don't need to change that. What will happen if you use this template is it will then automatically add the contact's first name right there. So it will look really personalized. So keep it like that. If you want to have the contact's first name auto fill there. The people who receive this email will not see it looking like that bit of code. They will just see their actual first name, comma. So then obviously in this section here, you're going to write your email body. Now you don't edit in this section. You click on that section, boom. And over on the left-hand side is where you enter your text here. Now, this is just a template at this stage, so don't go creating your actual email body in this section. We want you to just create a template that you're going to copy and paste and use every single time. Now, I always recommend when you're sending out emails, you always have a PS at the end, and that PS should be to promote something that you have that people can buy, something paid that people can buy from you. So I always recommend that the body of your email is something useful, valuable, helpful, educational, humorous, entertaining, something that is, really gifting and giving and contributing to the lives of your readers. But there at the end, you have the PS is where you may say something like, PS first name, you may be interested in X, Y, and Z things that you offer for a fee. And this is where you can stick the links in to that offer. Now, to get the link and make it clickable, you need to highlight the thing that you want to send people to, then press this link button, and there you paste in the URL to either, your calendar booking system, which can all be done in TekMatix, or it can be your paid courses, books, coaching programs, whatever it is that you sell. I'd recommend that you select that to open in a new window, and then press save. And that will then make that a clickable link. And of course, you could add in multiple paid products there. Now we have popped a button in here just in case you've got a primary product or a hero product you want to get people to sign up for. So for instance, I predominantly promote my academy. So I might click on that button here and make that come and check out my academy. So you click on the button over here on the left is where you would change the wording to join my academy or join my free course or whatever it is you want people to come and do. You put in the link URL to wherever it is they can sign up or buy that particular thing. And you can change the color of the button by clicking here. Now you can either add in your hex code if you know it, or you can go to advanced and you can pick the colors that you want here by just choosing the coloring and pressing on the color that you want, and boom, it's done. Now, there are some preset social media follow buttons in your template as well. So you're going to need to want to update this template with your social media profile links. So for instance, if you want to add in a Facebook page, click on the little edit button and you can paste in the URL for your Facebook page here. And that will then make that clickable. And then every time you use this template, that will then be set forever. You only ever have to do this once. You just duplicate this template every time you send an email, and it will always from there on afterwards have your social media links in there. Now, by the way, if you don't, for instance, have a Google account, you can click on the edit here, press the drop down, and you can choose all of these other different social media options that you can add in, and then add in the appropriate URL there. All right. So once you've done that once, you will never have to do that again on this template. Now, we've also added dynamic fields into the footer here, meaning you actually don't have to muck around with this at all. We have pre-created this for you to include the information that is advisable to include if you want to remain compliant. So at the moment, we've put copyright at, and then that will actually pre-fill with the current year. It will pre-fill with your site name. Location name means your TekMatix site name. All rights reserved. It will then say contact, and then it will say location owner first name, which will be, for instance, Sarah Cordner owns this account. So it would be contact Sarah Cordner email, and then it will put Sarah Cordner's email. And then it will have the business address that's attached to your account. And then it will say, want to change how you receive these emails? Unsubscribe link. And that will pre-fill with the unsubscribe for your account. So you do not actually have to muck around with this at all. Leave that as it is, and it will actually pre-fill these dynamic fields automatically for you with your account's information. So once you've played around with that, press Save Template. You will never have to do that again unless you want to. So you only ever need to do that the first time you come into your TekMatix account. And now you have a master template for your standard emails. So what you will do now, if you ever want to create an email to send out to people, you can press create an email campaign, and it will ask you, do you want to use one of your templates? And you can now go in and use your master template here. All right, so now you can go in, you can click use that master template, and it will allow you to now go and create a unique email that you can then, once you've filled it all in, edit in your email body, edited the image for that particular email, you can then press send or schedule, and you're going to choose who it's from. So that might just be, you can manually type that in, or you can use one of the dynamic fields here. So I'm just going to type in, for instance, Sarah at sarahcordner.com. Oops. sarahcordner.com. That's who I want to show the email as from. Who is it from? I prefer putting first names here. Sarah Cordner. If I was sending this from a TekMatix account, I might put Team TekMatix, for instance, right? So up to you what you put in there, and you can change it every time. So unlike, things like ActiveCampaign where this is fixed, for you in TekMatix, it's not fixed at all. So now you're going to press drop down here. What's the subject of the email? So pop in your subject. Did you know XYZ, and you can even put in custom fields here. So you can put in their first name in the subject, click on this little label, press contact, and then first name. So then I could go, did you know first name. So they won't actually see that bit of code when they receive it. The recipient will say, did you know XXX Sarah? Yeah, so it will actually put in their first name for you automatically. So anywhere you see these labels, you can actually add custom dynamic content. You can even put a preview that will show in their email inbox. So you might want the preview to be, here are 3 incredible things I bet you didn't know, ... All right. Who it goes to will just be the recipient. So you can now choose whether you want to send it right now. So if you press save and then send, it will send right now. If you press schedule, it will then allow you to choose a date and a time. Make sure you pay attention to this, because this will tell you the time zone that's going to be sent from. If that ain't looking right, you need to go back to your main dashboard, click on settings, then click on business settings and change your business account time zone inside your business settings to change that. You can also do what's called batch scheduling. So this works best if you have a huge email list and you don't want hundreds of thousands of emails all going out at once and potentially getting you flagged as spam. This isn't a TekMatix thing. This is a general email marketing thing. Sometimes it's better to actually drip your release of your campaigns, because if you get lots of people reporting spam or unsubscribing in one go, it can impact your deliverability. And a lot of the other email marketing platforms out there don't allow you to batch schedule, meaning it can hurt your deliverability if you're doing huge amounts of emails. So you may want to do batch delivering, where you may want to send out, for instance, I don't know, you might want to send out, if you've got a huge list, maybe you only want to send out, 1,000 hours, 1,000, sorry, it's by hours, not by emails. Apologies. So you might want to send out a batch like every, 1 hour, for instance, and repeat after every 1 hour, so that you're just dripping out the emails over an hourly basis, for instance. I wonder if you can do a fraction. Sorry, I haven't checked that. So you can do point fraction. So you might even do, like, for instance, 0.25 would be every quarter of an hour. 0.5 would be every half an hour. So that's how you can drip release the videos, the emails to go out. And you can also choose the start and end dates as well. So that is a little bit of a basic info on sending out one-off emails, and also how to create that initial template in the first place. Now, just in case you get into a situation where you may muck up your master template, one habit I would hugely recommend you do is inside your emails and templates, you can actually click on here, actions. Inside the folder, my apologies, on each individual email, you can actually clone this. So you can call this like your clone, or like your master, for instance. So this is just always going to be an extra backup copy of that main master template once you've created it, so that if by accident you ever make any changes to your master, this is always going to be your backup, if you like. There are no limits to the number of email templates you can create inside the Pro account, so don't ever panic about having lots and lots of backups. But I do think it's just a very good practice for you to have clones and backups of all of your templates, just in case, one ever gets mucked up, corrupted, or edited incorrectly by a team member. It happens, right? We've all done it. Every single one of us have. So once you're happy with a template, I would just recommend you press clone, call it master, and you never edit that one. You never touch it. You never use it. It's just always there if you need to reuse it in case something goes wrong. If you've got any questions, contact us on support@tekmatix.com. Otherwise, happy talking.